what's your familiarity with Reiki?
Very little. I've had a few brief encounters with it.
Okay. What are some things that you're feeling today, emotionally or physically, that you might want me to tend to?
Emotionally, I'm just kind of open to kind of see what kind of a journey we go on, and physically, I'm pretty tied up in this part of my body. I can't like move my neck fully to the left. So.
Okay. So the process that we're going to go through is I'm going to have you lay down on your back first, and I'm going to attune to Reiki, and I'm going to go through from top to bottom and work through your chakras, and you don't need to do anything.
Sweet.
If there's anything that you feel or any thoughts, words, sensations that go through your body or your mind while I'm doing, I'm just going to store that. We'll talk about it later.
Okay.
Once I get all the way down to your feet, I'm going to ask you to flip over, and then I'm going to do your back as well.
Cool.
Especially what's going on the shoulders. So you can just lay down on your back.
Sweet.
So after experiencing that Reiki session, what's your opinion on Reiki? How are you feeling?
I feel really relaxed. Like my voice feels deeper. This is a very good experience. It could have been a little longer. That would probably be what I would say.
You got a mini session.
Yeah.
Sorry. You can book me at lmht.org.
.org.
Would you recommend me to someone else after this experience?
Absolutely.
Okay. And then I'm going to ask you what things, whatever you're comfortable with sharing, what you felt, things that you thought during that session, and then I'll share what I did as well.
Yeah, so I was kind of expecting there to be maybe some emotional things, but I wasn't really having much of that. But what I was having was kind of what you and I were chatting about earlier, was I was getting areas, like random areas of like where I've had maybe like pain before, but it's like a soreness almost.
Aching?
Yeah, but not for any reason.
Yeah.
And so those were they were like kind of like flare up a little bit, and it drew my attention there. So I kind of feel like that might be part of what we were talking about, which is maybe storing things there. Felt a lot of that. One of my ears popped when you were doing some stuff. When I was on my stomach, you got this. Well, it felt like you were doing something back here on this mid-back, which is actually right where I feel like I'm a little sore right now. And there was a lot of heat coming through, and it came through my chest into the table, it felt like. So it felt like there was like heat coming down through it. I was also like half lucid dreaming after that.
Cool.
So.
Very cool.
Yeah.
It seemed like you were out before you
a little bit.
Flipped. Yeah, that's good. So I'm glad. I love hearing other people's experience because it helps put some of the pieces of the puzzle together for me. You had a lot of fire energy everywhere really, but especially from the base of your throat chakra up to your crown. There was a ton.
What does that mean?
Up here. So it kind of varies from person to person what that can mean. For you, I would just suggest that you spend some time just looking into the fire element from the spiritual perspective. I also would spend more time working with fire, in front of campfires, burn candles, have that energy around and meditate with that. But it came up multiple times, and there were a few times it felt like my hands were on fire. So when you said that you felt it come through your chest, there was a point where I was really focused on from your rib cage up to your throat, and there was a lot of stored energy.
Sweet.
There. So three different images came up in words. One was firm, the word firm. Alongside that, there was a white bird that was with it. And then the third was Om. And those were all when the fire energy was coming through. So my recommendation, and whatever feels right to you is what you should do, because you should trust your intuition, but my recommendation would be to spend time with the Om sound. You can find it online, or if you have a singing bowl, you can do that, or you can hum it if you know the tone. And hold on to that, have candles or something with fire in front of you, and spend time in meditation reflecting on that, because you shouldn't have to really actively do too much. Your body and your spirit's going to work it out if you're tapping into that space.
Cool.
But I felt a lot going on in your upper body where you said there was pain. And when I was doing your front, I felt more in your right side than your left.
Yeah, the right side feels all torqued up right now.
Okay, because you said you were having trouble.
It's kind of like all up and down the right. It's like the entire side.
Also, there'll be some private information later, your root chakra and your earth star. There's a lot going on there, but it's really good stuff. I think that'll help move some energy, because you have a lot happening up here that it's not, I think you described it well. It didn't feel emotional. There was an emotional energy behind it, but you're storing something. So whatever it is that you need to release that's maybe old baggage going on,
Sweet.
It's there and it's wanting to move, but it's preventing you from grounding all the way and connecting. So it took a really long time for me I couldn't get your energy to move at all this direction. And then there's weird stuff going on your earth star, so like where all your earth energy culminates. I honestly don't know how to describe it, or can't really offer much advice there, other than just focus on grounding for a while and see what comes up for you. Or again, just meditation and focusing on it. You can do a lot with visualization.
Cool.
But yeah, putting your feet in the earth always helps a lot.
Sweet.
Now when it's cold.
No.
Okay, I think that's it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.